get it started just on the brink of success. This is my 7 days of creation, part one, teaching, moving forward with jobs just on the brink of success, the curriculum that will allow you to go into any work environment and move progressively throughout that environment expediently. 7 days of creation. As we all know, seven is the number of completion, perfection, better known as maturity. In this discussion, we will become consciously aware of how the 7 days of creation in the book of Genesis relates to our jobs and how we can apply these principles for the progression and advancement of the kingdom. So every day that you go into your job, even every day that you live, this is practice. Practice makes for perfection. Practice makes for perfection that are known as maturity. If you can identify areas of weakness or areas of improvement on the inside of you and on the outside of you and bring solutions to those issues for the progression of your life and those who are connected to you. Remember that a job is temporary. It is not permanent. Your job is the container that consists of roles, responsibilities, and duties. However, if you are constantly growing and developing in terms of career, which I define as an expression of who you are, then your duties, roles, and responsibilities will increase. If you are increasing spiritually and mentally, then your job cannot contain you. You must pour as much of you into the container as possible. So, as an example, if you were to pour a container or some fluid into a container, it would overflow. But you have to continue to pour. You have to continue to sow. You have to continue to water. You have to continue to progress forward and know that the job is a container. It is not how you are identified, but the things that you do when you pour into container can overspill and overflow into the lives of others. Also, remember that we stand in a Kairos day, meaning the right or opportune time, the supreme or supreme moment. Many of us live off chronos, which is a chronological, logical 1, 2, 3 step type of mindset. This is a Kairos day. This day is long sounding. So that means to me that I can move forward with some things if I can adjust my thinking from Kairos, my apologies, from Chronos to Kairos day. This is an appointed day that you stand in. There's great opportunities for people to move forward only if they change their mindset concerning different topics that influence and that are of interest to them. And obviously, jobs is a topic of interest because it defines how much money an individual can make or earn. Genesis 1 and 3, and God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light that it was good. Or he said, or he saw and said that the light was good. Illumination. You are a light. You are a light in your appointed workplace. Your assignment is to identify areas of darkness, aka problems or issues, and bring light solutions to people, colleagues, and customers, places, mental and physical locations or departments, and things, process, policies, and procedures. This is better known from a scholastic or collegiate term as continuous improvement. When you come into the workplace, you immediately, if you, everybody has a measure of Christ on the inside of them, but however, everybody is not in allowing their light to shine. However, when you come into a particular location, whether it be mental or physical, location or department, you immediately come in identifying areas of improvement and bringing light to those areas, which aka is called improvement. Even in addition to things, process and policies and procedures, everything can be improved because life is going forward. We're not going backward. The chronological calendar moves forward. It's not moved backward. So as things change, it causes people to change. That means the process, policies, and procedures that we have implanted have to be improved. Thus, bringing change. Separation. Genesis 1:8. And God made the firmament, atmosphere, and divided the waters which were under the firmament, atmosphere, from the waters which were above the firmament, atmosphere. And it was so. And God called the firmament good, or called the firmament heaven. Now you see there, he separated, then called it good. He separated the atmosphere, the firmament, then he called it good. So when you come into your particular workplace, when you're sent into a particular location, you begin to divide, not division from your colleagues or co-workers. When division occurs, known as continuous improvements, the waters under the firmament, which are earthly, carnal, outdated, and dusty thoughts or ideas, are separated from the waters above the firmament. So all outdated processes and procedures, when you come in as a light, immediately there's a separation that takes place. There's a division that takes place from, I won't say from good to bad, but from old to new. Waters underneath the firmament result in stagnation and instability in our organizations. Waters above the firmament are ideas that are originated, or that have originated and are inspired by our Father. So when you get a great idea, it's more than likely inspired by the Father, especially when you come in and you see outdated process, policies, procedures, and mindsets. You immediately come into the organization because you're sent there, and you begin to divide. This is why many times if you get promoted and you go into a different department, that individual takes a different perspective in comparison to the person that was previously there. So they begin to divide things old from things new, new policies and process procedures versus what was old, outdated, and dusty thoughts. Same thinking produces the same results. That's why we always look for promotion going forward or upgrade, but you have to get a new download in order to upgrade, in order to progress forward. So hopefully this teaching will give you a new download of information so you can upgrade your mindset and progress forward in your life, which is truly promotion. Germination. Genesis 1:11. And God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth, and it was so. Every time God speaks, he said. So there's power in your words. You don't want to mix cursing with blessing in one vessel. Cursing, even profanity. Cursing is negativity from my standpoint. It's not an actual curse word per se. A curse word is negativity. A curse word is a pessimistic mindset of what can't happen versus what should and can. Outdated ideas. Waters underneath cause dry land to appear. You can refer to Genesis 1:9 to 10. Though dry lands appear, which should not be observed, which should be observed as an opportunity and not a problem. So anytime there's dryness in your life, whether it be personally or professionally, there's an opportunity for something to come forth, because you reach the end of yourself, you reach the end of that outdated idea, and thus dry land will appear. We should submit to our ideas, which is waters from above. So anytime you come forth in your life and you move forth to a new season and you see dry land, immediately you know that God wants to do something, because he does not want us to stand in dry and desolate lands. So he'll drop something in our spirit which does not come from up heaven per se. You are, well, let me say that heaven is on the inside of you. So when thoughts spring up, they come forth from your belly and they go forth to your mind. As a renewal of the mind takes place, and then those things drop down on people. So water comes forth from someone's mouth, but the solution, the idea, came from within the belly, but your heavens is your mind. So when your mind is renewed, which is your heaven, then you can speak to an area of dry land and cause grass or fruit to come forth from that situation. I know that was a lot, but it's okay. This will cause our colleagues to submit their ideas, which is an additional supply of seed and water to dry ground. Remember that this is a process. This is the water ideas being poured into the container or job. So if me and two or three of my colleagues have ideas, picture a project as a job in a cup or container. We each add some of us into the cup or container and it will soon overflow. But I say that it is a process because people don't think with this mindset as a job being a container or using their colleagues to bring forth ideas. This is what I like to call co-creation. What ideas come forth from one person and then it's like a popcorn effect where one kernel pops, then everybody pops. One person has an idea, everybody has an idea. We pour into the container, and what's left is what we can use. But what spills out of container, we just don't allow it just to lay on the floor dormant. We record those ideas and notes, and we can use them for different projects or future jobs to progress all of us forward. Please forward your comments or questions to cagemarcus@yahoo.com. Let's go back and review some things. So I know that it could be a bit weighty and overwhelming per se. So let's run through this again. Illumination. You are our light. So when you come into your organization, when you come into your department, you come and bring light. Light removes darkness. So when you come and bring light, you will shed light on different topics and different issues that were in darkness because somebody ignored them and did not pay attention to them. So that could be bringing light to your colleagues, people, places, and things, or it could be actual mental and physical departments or locations, process, procedures, and policies that need adjustment because nobody has paid attention to them. So as soon as you are sent into the workplace or department, you bring light to that department. Let's move forward. Separation. And then separation comes forth. Old, outdated ideas in comparison to new ones. These ideas that many people have are from earthly resources, from people actually seeing in the natural instead of perceiving in the spirit. So you want to be able to ask God for counsel because every purpose is established by counsel, whether it be two or more together or whether it be yourself and God unctioning you, giving you an idea to move forth in. Then you can touch and agree with a physical individual in order for that idea or new procedure to manifest. Germination. Let the earth bring forth grass and herb yielding seed and the fruit yielding after its own kind. So every idea that you have will produce after its own kind. If you are pulling ideas from natural counter resources, then they'll be temporal. They may succeed for a period of time, but they'll have little or no stability because they did not originate from God. However, if you are pulling ideas that are initiated and inspired by the Father, then they'll have longevity. You'll be able to build off of those ideas and you'll be able to rest from your labors because you didn't think of it on your own. You identified an issue, come forth with a solution originated from God, and it will continue to produce fruit throughout your organization. When you realize and recognize that you are a light in your organization, you can enlighten other people, thus moving your organization forward. Stability, no panic, little pressure, but the only pressure that you'll feel is God pressing you forward with new innovative ideas, new policies and procedures to be implemented to equip people and to move them forward in the things that God's called them to do. Know that job is a temporary assignment. Know that it's your container. Know that it's an assignment that you graduate from to a new assignment and you move forth. Remember in your mind that you don't have to move up the corporate ladder, but you can move forth in your career, which is an expression of who you are. And if you know who you are, you know who you are true identity is in Christ, then no one, no thing, no obstacle can contain or stop you. Please forward your comments or questions to cagemarcus@yahoo.com. For more information, go to divineworks.wordpress.com. God bless you. Be encouraged. Move forward. Let no obstacle, let no person hinder you from these thoughts. I challenge you to go back and meditate on these scriptures and apply them to your life, not only in your job, but in your personal life, your professional life, and everything and everyone that's affected by or connected to you. God bless you.